Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elena, code name is Hariets, and this is part 2 of the 3-part series where I will be going through my base collection such as bronzer, highlighters, powders, foundations, etc. and we'll declutter some of them. As you might have guessed from my last video, I did declutter this Makeup Revolution blush palette in Golden Sugar, and I decluttered the bronzer shade right here at the end, and I will be decluttering the blush and also the highlighter. And I thought I should do a wear test to show why I am decluttering the highlighters. So the palette in itself is pretty old, it's from 2019, and the palette is also expired. It smells a bit funky, and as you can see on my cheekbones, this is a pretty blinding highlighter, and this was a huge trend back in 2016-17, but the trend has gone away in a way. And I used to love highlighters because they were so blinding and so in your face, but I prefer a highlighter that does not look like this one does. So that is one of the reasons why I am decluttering this palette. And then I got this other highlighter that is from also Makeup Revolution, but it's from I Heart Revolution, which is the same brand from Makeup Revolution. And this is the Unicorn Heart Rainbow Highlighter. And I bought this in a trip to Spain. This was in 2017, and I have a small little dip in here because I love the champagne highlighter, but you can swirl it around and make it into one really icy looking highlighter, but I prefer the champagne one. And this highlighter is also a very blinding one, like the Makeup Revolution face palette. So here's a wear test as well. I don't know if you can really see from this side, but if I put some on my nose, yeah, oh wow, yeah. You can see it's, yeah, like from this side you can see it's really blinding. Also here you can see a white cast on my cheek, so that is a huge reason why I'm also decluttering this one. And let's get on to the rest of my highlighters. Here's the amount of highlighter palettes and singles that I own. In total I have around 6, and as you saw from the intro, 2 is being decluttered. But let's go through each one of them. So first up, I am gonna go through these 2 highlighters that I have already said I will be decluttering. So as you can see from a close-up shot, this is a baked formula, and most of I Heart Revolution's highlighters are baked formulas, at least when they come in this type of packaging. So as you can see a little bit from this side, I have sort of flattened the top of the baked formula, and I do have this small little dip in this yellow shade, and this bottom corner I did scrape out of the green and the blue highlighter and put it into a body lotion, which I regretted afterwards because, as you saw from my intro, this highlighter is very blinding, and as soon as I used that moisturizer on my body, I regretted that scraping decision. This is a declutter, but I do really love this highlighter, and it's one of my favorites from since 2017, and it has been very well loved by me, so it will be a declutter, but it will be going into a memory box because this holds a sentimental value to me. Next is this face palette that I did talk about in my bronzer collection video. There's a lot of different shades in here, such as this white I put on my face in the intro. I have this brown one that it's not as blinding as the white one, and same with this purple one. It's also like the brown in the left corner, not as blinding, and it can be used. I have used it as eyeshadow shimmers before, and I really like this pink mauve color, and this bronze looking shade right here is also very stunning, and I loved using it back in the days when I just started university. This gold shade is not my favorite. It's a soft formula, but I don't know, something about this formula I just do not like on me. It's sort of creamy, oily like, and I think that is why it has expired so soon. As you can see, there's a lot of hard pans on this shade, as same as on this shade. And then lastly is this pink highlighter that I used to use as a blush. And this pink shade is as blinding as this white shade. So whenever I would use this as a blush, I was shining through like a disco ball wherever I would go. And I don't want to shine that bright whenever I'm leaving my house. I mean, it's fine when I'm at home, but not when I'm leaving my house. So yeah, and I would also be scraping out the white shade, this brown shade, this purple shade, and maybe the pink shade, and put them all into a body lotion. And I think this time it would be fine putting those into a body lotion compared to this other one, because they aren't as shiny as the I Heart Revolution one. Another palette that I got is this one from L'Oréal Paris, La Vie en Glow. These are the shades Moonlight, Oh My Gold, Pink Pearl, and Bronze Glaze. And as you can see from this packaging, I have never opened this palette. It's completely unused. And I'm gonna put this on a maybe pile, because as the same with the other L'Oréal Paris bronzer in Baby One More Tan, it's also unopened, and I might sell that bronzer, so I might also sell this highlighter. It got a blue shade, a white cream shade, a pink shade, and then a bit more bronze shade. So this is a maybe for now. Then I got this Smashbox X Becca highlighter, and this is in C-Pop. This is their mini single, and I bought this last summer when Kix was having a sale on their website only for club members, and this is my first ever Becca highlighter, and I heard so many people hyping this product up, and I have always wanted to try Becca, but then they closed down some time ago. And I'm happy they had this collaboration with Smashbox so that I could try their formula. But yeah, this is the shade and how it looks like. I have only swatched it once. I have never used it on my face. So this is more of a close-up of how it looks like. It's very pretty, and there's one tiny swatch there, but I want to try to use this highlighter more, so I will be keeping this one. And then I got this highlighter palette from Kix Beauty. This is their Glow Kit powder formula. And this is, I guess, a really old palette, but it was a declutter from my friend's collection and then became a gift into my collection. So this palette is called the Extroverts Sparkle and Introverts Glow. And you got the shade, a white shade in Curious, a gold shade in Confident, a champagne shade in Carefree, and then a red pink sort of highlighter in Charming. And I have used this shade Charming as a blush recently, but I think I'm gonna stop doing that because it's a highlighter and it's also very blinding on my face, or I mean on my cheeks. And then I got a pan in the shade called Curious, this white shade right here. And the formula of this palette in particular, it's a soft formula and it's very easy blendable on the skin. It looks very smooth on the skin, as you can see right here. So I will be keeping this palette, and I think my favorite shade in this palette is the shade Carefree. Even though I don't have a pan in here, I had a goal to hit pan in the white and the gold shade in a month, and I hit pan in January on the white shade, and in February hit pan on the gold shade. So my goals throughout this year will be to organically hit pan on this champagne shade and then get a little bit more on this red shade, because I am not the biggest fan of this, but I'm gonna try to use it a bit more. So this palette will be a keep. Lastly, I have this Makeup Revolution collaboration with The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror highlighter palette, and I bought this in, I think it was 2001. Yeah, it comes with a little mirror, and then we have Bart Simpson and Lisa Simpson. Bart in Haunted House, I have a little dip on this white shade right here, and in Lisa Simpson's I got in Ghost Story, and also a very, very tiny dip in here. So I am definitely gonna keep this palette. It's one of my favorites. It's not as blinding as the other palette, such as this I Heart Revolution one or the Makeup Revolution face palette, and that is why I sort of like this type of highlighter formula better compared to the other two, because it's just an instant pack of glow on your face. So yeah, this will be a keep. So the palettes I'm keeping are these three, the one from Becca, from Kicks, and the Makeup Revolution X Treehouse of Horror with The Simpsons. And the ones I'm decluttering are these two, the I Heart Revolution and the face palette from Makeup Revolution. And as this one was a maybe, and I might sell this one, I'm gonna keep it in the keep pile. But like I said, I might sell this one in, I don't know, April or May, or whenever I have the time to sell it. So I have decluttered 2 and I have kept 4 in my collection, eventually 3. Here I did some swatches from the Makeup Revolution Simpsons palette and the Kicks Glow Kit palette. On top I have the white shade and the gold shade from Bart and Lisa, and under it is the Kicks one. So you can see that the Makeup Revolution one is a bit more blinding and pigmented than the one from Kicks, but I like them equally and I'll be also keeping them even though they look alike. I think this one is older because it was decluttered from my friend. I believe this palette is a bit older than this one, so whenever this will, I don't know, start to smell funky or something, I will still have this palette in my collection to love and use. I am really, really glad that I put those highlighters on me, because now I can really see that, damn, these are so bright, I do not need this. And I have been using both of the declutter ones recently at the start of this year, also like leaving my house with them. Especially that one blush color from the face palette. And well, I am glad I did swatch it on me and see myself on camera, how I look at myself, how I look with it on myself on camera. Because this is not my vibe anymore. I do not like these highlighters anymore. So, but yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be seeing you on the next one. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notifications button so you will be missing out on the next part of this video and any other content that will be coming up soon. So that is it. Goodbye.